Hello guys, welcome back in this video. Okay, so I will start this video with introduce myself. My name is Wahyu Irawan, and then in this video I will explain about narrative text on my PPT. Okay, let's go to the material. Let's go. Okay, in the first slide is definition. Definition narrative. Narrative is basically story, and within this storytelling there are many kind of narrative. Comedy, mystery, romance, horror are some of the commoner types. A poem can also be a narrative if it tells a story rather than just describing something. In writing a narrative, an author has a chance to make his or mark on the world by retelling a story that only her or she can tell. Whether it comes from a personal experience or is one that the writer has imagined. The point of a narrative is to bring one's subject to life. Okay, and then the second slide is purpose of narrative text. The purpose of narrative text is to amuse or to entertain the reader with a story. Okay, and then the third slide, it is the generic structure of narrative text. It has four material. The first material is orientation. The orientation, it is about the opening paragraph where the character of the story are introduced. Contain an introduction to the character, where and when the story occurred. The meaning of the introduced to the character where and when the story occurred. It is a who or what, when and where. Okay, and then the two material, it is a complication, where the problem in the story develop. Problem arise / begin to occur and develop. And then the third material, it is a resolution, where the problem in the story is solved. The problem is over, whether it's a happy ending or a bad ending. And then the last material of the generic structure of narrative text, it is a coda / reorientation. In the coda or reorientation, what we have learned or the lesson of the story on the protagonist and antagonist character. Okay, the last slide, it is some kind of narrative text. Maybe it has some kind of narrative text. In the first, it is a legend. What is a legend? A legend is a narrative text of human action that are professed both by teller and listener to take place within human history. For example, the legend of Surabaya name. And then number 2, it is a fable. What is a fable? A fable, it is a short allegorical narrative making a moral point, traditionally by means of animal characters who can speak and action like a human being. For example, the story of monkey and crocodile. And then number 3, fairy tale. What is a fairy tale? According to Wikipedia, fairy tales is an English language term of a type of short narrative corresponding to the French press. Conte de Fées, a fairy tale, typically features such folklore characters as failures, goblin, elves, trolls, dragons, giant, or gnomes, and usually magic or enchantment. For example, Cinderella, Snow White, etc. And then number 4, it is a myth. What is the myth? It is a traditional or legendary story usually concerning some being or hero, or even with or without a determinable basis of fact or a natural explanation. For example, Dewi Sri, Batara Kala, etc. Okay, I think enough in this PPT, and thanks for attention for my video. And then the last I say, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye, see you next time.